Hi everyone, hi all the participants and the dignitaries who are joined here School Tech Summit. So right now we have Mr. Andrew Collins, Director and CEO, CTO Vu2V India Private Limited. It is a company based in India and as well as in Ireland. So welcome Andrew, welcome to the School Tech Summit.
Thank you all very much for having me. It's a pleasure being here. Uh,
Andrew,
yes,
yes. Thanks, Andrew. And it's the overall theme of this School Tech Summit is that we have invited all the school education stakeholder from the various field of states from the pan India who have adopted the technology in the most enhanced way, and they have bridging the gap between the digital divide from the traditional learning to the virtual learning. So I request to Andrew to showcase the your demonstration so that we all our participants can go through it, and we will have a QA section after that also regarding the all the questions that who want to elaborate with these solutions. Over to you, Andrew.
thank you. Good morning from Ireland. I hope you're all very well this afternoon in India and keeping safe from COVID-19. Just a little bit about Vu2Vu. Vu2Vu India is a joint venture between Lamass Satellite Service, which is a very long and very well-respected Indian transmission company who transmit many television stations throughout India, and Vu2Vu Ireland, which we have been in the video communication industry for about 15 years now. And the joint venture product, which was developed by both companies, is Vu2Learn, which is a specific LMS package designed for very unique circumstances. Okay. Over the last decade, Vu2Vu has been designing, building, supporting, integrating both on-premises and cloud video communication networks globally. We have networks in India, in Ireland, in the United States, Romania, in the Middle East. Okay.
Andrew, you can share the screen as well if you want to show that.
Okay, sorry, it's not sharing. All right.
And there is share the screen option just below that.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
we are able to share the.
Okay.
Right now, it's most clear.
Okay, wonderful. So what is Vu2Learn? Vu2Learn is a modular, responsive, lightweight, customizable, web-based, video-enabled learning management system. Okay. It is designed to be accessible at any time, any place, and any device. This is key to the Indian market, as well as many other markets nowadays, where broadband resources are very limited. The system is designed to run on any device, whether it be mobile, tablet, or computer system. It's designed specifically for low bandwidth areas where people have minimal hardware resources. So it's designed for people with minimal financial resources, in that they don't have to go out and buy expensive equipment to attend classes. You can attend a class, a live multi-party class, from a mobile device, and a very simple mobile device. It does not have to be an expensive iPhone or Samsung Galaxy. What our system offers, each classroom is video conferencing. So you have 1 or 3 lecturers presenting to 50 or 250 students at a time. Within that, we have screen sharing, so that teachers are able to upload and share devices, share their own screens, so they can share content that they can see. There is a digital whiteboard, which allows for the teachers and students to write on and share notes. So if a student has a question with a specific part of an image, the student can go on and circle that image live on screen and say, this is the area I have a question, rather than trying to describe it's in the left corner in the bottom right or whatever it might be. There is documents and chats. So you can share documents, so you can transfer documents from my computer to all the students' computers. There's a chat function which allows the students to chat via text with the teacher, should the teacher not want to be disturbed while they're in mid-flow. There is recording. So all classrooms are recorded. And then you can take that class and you can transfer it to a streaming service, such as YouTube, such as Vimeo. And you can put it in an account in there, so only your own students can see your classes. This is very, very important, particularly nowadays, where broadband is such in such high demand and therefore generally in poor quality. So rather than a student missing a class entirely, you can host the class and you can put the class up there for the student then to refer back to later when they have better coverage, or they can use those recordings to view the classrooms prior to exams and to refresh all that they should have learned. There are multiple user roles in the system, everything from the super admin to the administrator, head of department, a teacher, the student, and even a parent. So the parent can log in and see that their student, what they've been doing, what their results are. Okay. There are also multiple modules within the system. We have attendance module, which can both be used for the virtual and the physical school. There is a library where you can take your course content and you can upload it to the library for students to access. And that library is you can protect that library so it's only accessible by students who have registered for your class. There is a timetable, both an individual student timetable and there is a school global generally available timetable. So the student has their own timetable showing where their classes are, what time they start, they finish, and any other activities relative to that student. And then the global timetable is all the different details about the events the school is hosting, and when the school term starts and finishes and that sort of thing. There is a proctoring service. So the proctoring service, for examinations. So to ensure the right student is attending the exam, making sure that they are not referring to other school content during the examination. There is gamification, which is a buzzword used in the industry now a lot of days, to try and entice your students to continually achieve. There is an events calendar. There's bus route calendars for those attending physically. There's the feedback and queries section. So the students can give feedback to the teachers or department heads or even the administrators about what they thought about the system. Is it working? Is it not working? Is the teacher a good teacher? Is the teacher a bad teacher? Should the teacher focus more on one particular area of a subject that maybe they did not get? And the queries, both of those work together in that. And then there is obviously analytics. So we can tell you when a student logged on, when they logged out, what attendance, what participation they took within the class, how well they're doing on exams, if there are areas of exams. The module that we're currently working on is really deep analytics, where we can tell you after students taking an online exam, it will assess their results and say, okay, this area of trigonometry they fell down in, but they did better in others. So maybe there has to be more of an emphasis. If you have 30, 40 students in a class who have difficulty in this one particular area, then maybe there has to be more emphasis put on that one particular area of that subject. So these are all things that we're working on. Okay, that's briefly the system. But it is, it's designed entirely in India by our own team, with support from myself and my colleagues here in Europe and in the United States. Uh, and we, using our many years of video communication and understanding the requirements of bandwidth and computer technology, tried to build something which was not processor intensive. Okay, so if there are any questions, I'd be delighted to.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for a wonderful PPT. There is some questions, Andrew, in the QA section. Actually, Rahul Sharma is asking one question.
Mhm.
Library is open for all, or you have certain restrictions for the same?
It's both. You can have multiple libraries, and you can set the requirements. So you could have a library for a specific class, and then you can have a university-based library, or one that's for all students. So in the university-based library, you could put the student handbook or systems and procedures and that sort of thing. You can do anything you want. We have designed it because we recognize that the intellectual knowledge is paramount. That's what schools are. They hold a vast fund of intellectual knowledge, and if that escapes, then it can diminish the value of that school. So
Okay.
what we're looking to do is we're trying to, the instructors or teachers can determine this stuff is only relevant to this class and therefore goes in that library. This stuff is general knowledge and can be put in another library.
Okay. And another question was asked by Janak Saha. How many students can join at a time?
We've initially started off with two modules, so there's 50 students or 250 students, but we
And
can expand that.
okay. And can host mute all?
Yes, the host
And
has complete control.
okay.
Essentially, what we've done in order to keep the bandwidth down is for every classroom, whether it be 50 or 250 students, you can have 3 presenters at a time, and
And
then everyone else is a
okay.
viewer. But you can then take a student and you can promote them to a presenter if they have questions and then you can demote them again. That's how we can control the bandwidth and processing power.
And can host block everyone screen sharing whenever required?
Can the host block?
Can host block everyone screen sharing? Screen
Oh yeah,
sharing.
yeah, yes, indeed. No, the host has complete control, and it's not a complex process. It's one button click. Okay.
And
Students cannot screen share unless the host allows it, and the host can then promote their screen sharing.
and is the whiteboard facilities available?
Oh yes, yes, very comprehensive whiteboard facilities,
And
and
uh,
you can
yes.
integrate it in with a tablet or if you want to, or a Wacom digital uh, pen. So
So and Rahul Sharma is asking what is the storage facility?
storage facility can be as great or as little as you want. Essentially, the whole system is HTML5, so it's all hosted in the cloud. We can do an on-premise installation for universities who have large amounts of students and they want to keep everything within their own premises. But for smaller universities, we can host it for them in our own data centers in India, which are in Hyderabad and Mumbai. And then you would have your own area of that cloud storage facility, which only you can access.
And Sudha Rajaramon is asking one of the important questions. What is the subscription cost of the platform?
that is negotiable. What I can do, we can contact, or you can contact us, or we can contact you, and it really depends what you want to do. What we've done is we've tried to make this um, as competitive as possible. We understand that times are exceptionally hard, and so we are really working. We've gone out of our way to ensure that we make the product as competitive and as easy to use. Okay, we've looked at many different products
Look,
out there going through the development cycle, and the key to it has to be easy and user friendly.
so I request to all the participant if regarding cost, so Andrew Collins is open
Yeah.
and you can directly put the mail to the Andrew Collins, and I think this is one of the solutions regarding the all the virtual learning and the if you have any direct questions, like Janak Sai already mentioned, it's a $1 million question for the Indian for education regarding the money part.
Uh,
They,
we have a very good sales team in India. I'm currently based in Dublin, Ireland, in the rain, in the cold, but we do have a very good Indian sales team who are based out of Hyderabad, Mumbai, Noida, and New Delhi. Um, and they are very knowledgeable. We can arrange demos, not a problem at all. And you can see how easy it is. It's a zero download
yes.
device. So go open up Google Chrome,
Oh, sir,
whatever you wish.
and Andrew Saket Bhatt is asking, is there any free trial is available?
Well, what we do is we talk to the sales team, and they'll go through all of that with you. I'm one of the developers, so
Hmm. Okay.
I leave the commercials up to the boffins who know how to count
For the
money.
developing
I
parts.
don't.
Yes.
I still get confused between crows and lakhs and everything else. So don't ask me.
Okay. So Andrew, one of the okay. Actually, Andrew, one of the last questions that what is the major USP that a educate major USP that you want to one of the 2 or 3 features that you want to highlight that
Okay.
is not available in other products?
Okay. One of the major USPs is the fact that it's what we would call on the technical side a light product. It does not require huge amounts of bandwidth. It does not require um, extensive processors in the device on the students or the teacher's end. That is key, because the more you spend a lot of money either on processors and have bad bandwidth and end up with a bad result, or you spend a lot of money on your internet and have a bad processor, and you can, there's it tailored to all different financial. We try and encompass all students, not the wealthy or not the poor. It's a product that has to be available to all. That is what education is, and that's the ethos behind this product. Make
That's
it
true.
available and make it accessible.
That is very important point, very important USP. So I request all the participants, if you want to avail this solution, as mentioned by Andrew Collins, and I think it is very light weighted and need very less bandwidth. So I just drop my email ID education@digitallearning.in. You just drop your request. We will directly connect to the Andrew and his team if you want to avail this solution. And I think this is one of the game changer in this virtual education, and all the facilities has been provided by the Andrew Collins team regarding this solution. So if any, as we are closing this session, any closing remark, Andrew Collins, you want to mention here regarding this
Well,
solutions and any message for the educators?
okay. I just want to thank you all for your time. Look, it's a very difficult time that we're all living through now, particularly in India. Where you have such large populations and closely knit communities. And you, I'd just like to say I wish you all the very best of luck in dealing with this. And I hope you all keep very safe and well, and we can return back to normal soon. And more importantly for me, I can return to India. Okay. So thank you very much indeed for your time. Take care.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew, for giving your time. And Andrew is live from Ireland, and I'm thanking from all the educators side also that Andrew given us the time, and you just introduced a new solution to us. We have such solutions right now in the market that can avail in the more price effective and most cost effective and most efficient way. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for joining, sir.
Thank you very much,
Thank
gentlemen
you very much.
and ladies. Bye bye.
Bye bye.